So you let it slip, Leparalak. You said it again. And now your verbal energy is out into the ethers. And you know the rules. As soon as your words have intentions, it's bound to manifest later on. So now what's going on? How do you take it back? Of course you can't. Nature has already recorded it. Life source has already recorded your intentions audibly, verbally, imaginatively, Leparalak. There are so many audible ways for your essence to be captured in the world. There are so many ways for your visual aspects to be captured in the world. There are so many ways where your behavior is also a ritual that confirms that it's coming. This is why anytime you want to change something in your life, it's always based on standards. They didn't break your heart. You lowered your standards around them. That's all. That's it. They didn't underpay you. You chose a job that's below your means, Leparalak. And by means, I mean it, Lebar. Your means in that place, in that arena, were not there. But you've said it now. It's gone out. Your intentions were verbally captured by the world, and now they're going to manifest. That gossip that you spread about somebody, life knows you lied. Life knows that there's a little bit of truth inside what you were saying, but you don't want to admit it. Your standards are not to that level yet. You're still a people pleaser. Remember, chosen ones, a people pleaser always spreads gossip. Because why would you be impressed by talking nonsense about somebody else? How does that pay your bills? How does that get you where you need to be? How does that actually get you closer to self, to God, to the higher versions of yourself? You understand? So nature records this, life records this. You internally, subconsciously record it, Labar. Because you are the cultivator of what you were saying, right? You are the one who said it. You know, you remember. That text that you sent, if you were not typing it, you would have said it. Life knows, Labar. And here's the craziest thing. Anything you say that comes out of your throat energy, it can be weak or strong depending on the intention within. So let's say you believe in what you're saying. Obviously, let's say you believe in what's going on within. The wisdom, the inner place of energy in between, your discernment. And then your intuition says speak, and then you speak something. Your next worry is, oh my God, will it manifest? Because that's verbal energy in the ether, right? Of course it will. But the faster it will come to you will be based on your intentions around what you said. If you believe that you have hate for somebody or for something or for yourself, the way you speak with that hate energy will confirm it, because speaking is a ritual also. It's a creative ritual, chosen ones. That is why some of you feel very drained when you try to do lives or try to read too many people at once. It's because your verbal energy is very creative. It's not supposed to be misused, Leparalak. It's not supposed to just be posted on. You should protect that part of you. You should leverage the intentions behind the things you say. And by leverage, I mean take heed of what I'm telling you. Take heed of what I'm telling you, chosen one. Because the things you say will destroy or create. So which duality are you at? The best way to balance those two dualities would be to be in the middle of them and keep quiet, right? That's the best part. But you can still manifest without speaking. So now, what is the real issue here? Is it speaking too soon, ahead of your time? Or is it keeping the thoughts within? The truth is the awareness. Where is your awareness directed at, Lepar? When people say focus, they mean you want a job, but the main focus you have is, I hope I get a job. You understand? You want to live in a world where you hope. But externally, physically, you're expressing yourself as, I want the job. But deep down, you feel like you hope. So you don't get it. You constantly live in a world of hoping, not of confirmation. So it's not about the things you say or the things you think about. It's the real deep inner truth. And this is how your verbal energy works. The reason you often talk to yourself for no reason is because you believe in the inner narratives you have. Your verbal energy is connected with the inner narrative, Lebar. That's why for some of you, you joke about when you're by yourself. Your jokes are very funny. You even feel like you can actually do comedy, but you don't. You just experience the place in your life where your verbal energy recognizes the identity within the inner narrative. Yes. When you are living in a world of something, whatever that's going on, and you choose an archetype, you choose confidence in any aspect, whether it's a rainy day, whatever it is, you choose the archetype of confidence. That means anytime you speak, it must resemble that, right? So your throat energy looks for such. Anytime there is confidence narratives within your psyche, you speak it. So the next phase now is to check which energy you are holding, which energy you are allowing your verbal energy to talk with, Labar. If you're a person who cultivates hate within, then obviously your inner narrative verbally will connect with the hate energy within you. You're going to say hateful things because deep down you are hateful. That is the archetype you chose. So don't focus on the words. Don't focus on the thoughts. Focus on the identity, the root. Where are you? Are you an inventor? Are you a leader? Are you common? Are you below your means? And are you allowing it? If so, whatever you believe about self intentionally within, with your narrative about self, that is what your verbal energy is going to express. That is why when somebody swears at you at the road, when somebody argues with you or starts debate, you can look at them and understand where they get that motivation. Don't ever question it. You'll be like, oh, this person is always cultivating these energies of hate and debates with you. That means they have constant arguments with themselves. That's why when they talk with me, they want to debate about my truth. Yes, you are with somebody who doesn't know how to control their inner world. But you being the wise one, you being the sovereign one, you can see that, hey, this is none of my business. What my boss said shouldn't change my mood swing. That's how he decides to speak to people. What my mother, my father, my family, whatever people say, even me, look at the energy I'm cultivating at the time. Even when I'm freestyling or doing poetry when you're watching me, what is Boipelo actually, which identity is Boipelo representing with this feature? Even now as I'm speaking to you, what identity am I showing on camera as I'm telling you this? Is this a sovereign mindset? Is this a confident mindset? Is this a fear-based mindset? Are the words I'm using matching the identity you sense, Labar? You understand now? I am teaching you how to become wiser in the world. Never look at the theatrics. Forget them. Forget the monologues, Labar. Forget the scripts. Look at the energy underneath the hood, Labar. Audition that thing that they present to you. Audition it. That argument, go deeper with it. Like, okay, why do they prefer to focus on an argument and not a solution? That means this person cultivates problematic times in their life. That means this person argues with themselves. That's why they are so comfortable igniting debative arguments within me, around others, Lepar. With that clarity, you have leverage over people. This will make people keep quiet around more because they realize whatever they say exposes who they are. Yes, Leparalak, whatever you say exposes you. The reason you follow my account and others is because the things we say expose who we truly are when nobody's looking. I discern when nobody's looking. I channel when nobody's looking. That's why I speak like this. The proof is there. I can't lie to you about that because your own people will let you know that Boipelo is not who he says he is. You understand, Leparalak? That's why I'm so carefree with the things I say. It is because I'm aware of it within. So it's allowed to be verbally expressed. The moment the archetype changes within, so does the narrative verbally, Leparalak. Yes. Your imagination follows the inner truth about your life, Lebar. That's why when you imagine things, you're imagining the energy in visuals that match that energy. If you are angry, you're going to imagine yourself fighting and arguing. If you are happy, you're going to imagine yourself playing and doing things. You understand? The energy creates the verbal narrative. The energy creates the imaginative ways. So check the energy, check the undertone, learn to sense that. People will say you are weird when you just look at them. You just look at them like, I hear you, I heard you, but now that I sense where this energy is coming from, it has nothing to do with me. I refuse to parlay myself with this inner conversation that you're having within, and you want to invite me in it without. I'm good. That's you now because you can sense the power of verbal energy. Verbal energy exposes everybody's intentions, even if it's a small conversations. The word somebody chooses confirms their identity. So your job is to find out what people's root centers are when they engage with you on TV, on a movie. Always look for the archetype, Lebar. Because if you don't, you're going to be mesmerized by their character. That man is going to impress you with his pickup lines, his lavish things, but you lack the ability of looking under the hood. So he uses you again. He fucks you and leaves you and changes you. Gents, the same. All of you guys, the same. Look under the hood. Every offer that you get, look under the hood. Discern the paralak. This physical things, don't be concerned with them that much. Start at the root. Which archetype is operating this conversation, this meeting, this engagement? And then look at the words. If the words don't match the archetype, you have every right to not believe in them, Leparalak. Loela.